Listen to me now, for what I am about to reveal will destroy every excuse that has kept you from your destiny. You are failing not because you lack talent, not because the world conspires against you, not because fortune favors others. You are failing because you skip. One missed day becomes one missed year. One missed year becomes a wasted life. The universe does not reward the talented. It does not respond to the clever. It does not admire the inspired. The universe rewards only one kind of man, the man who refuses to skip, the man who returns to his purpose daily, even when tired, even when unseen, even when the feeling is gone. That man is the only man the law obeys. You want results? Stop asking for motivation. Start practicing obedience. The truth that burns in my spirit is this: success is not mysterious, not hidden, not magic. Success is simply the compound interest of consistency. But most men cannot hold the pattern long enough to see it work. They plant a seed and dig it up the next day. They speak their aim and then speak fear 5 minutes later. Look at Andrew Carnegie, the man who transformed America's industrial landscape. He did not rise through bursts of inspiration, but through daily discipline. Every morning, he woke with mathematical precision. Every day, he reviewed his definite chief aim. Every action served his master plan. His steel empire was not built in excitement. It was forged in the fire of unwavering consistency. Law does not move by feeling. Law moves by obedience. The man who obeys even without emotion builds power that the world must acknowledge. Your subconscious mind, that silent partner in all achievement, does not respond to passion. It responds to repetition. It is not moved by how loudly you speak your goal once. It is trained only by how often you return to it, speak it, live it. Thomas Edison understood this principle completely. He did not invent the electric light through one flash of brilliance. He failed thousands of times, but he never changed his direction. He repeated the same process, the same question, the same unwavering belief until the answer surrendered to his persistence. That is the power of the man who never skips. Everything you desire, wealth, confidence, dominion, lies behind the wall called consistency. And the only way to tear it down is not with force, but with repetition. One strike per day, same place, same time, until the wall falls. Most men try to blast through with emotion. The wise man erodes it with daily discipline. Here is the exact structure you must build, the daily law that will transform your life. First, wake at the same time every day. When you wake by design, you begin in dominion. When you wake by emotion, you begin in drift. The man who wakes late is already behind. Not in schedule, but in spirit. Second, repeat your definite chief aim aloud every morning. Before the world speaks, you must speak. Your aim must be spoken with emotion, with fire, until your subconscious no longer allows you to forget who you are becoming. Third, take one action daily toward your goal. Not when you feel ready, not when conditions are perfect, but every single day. Even if the action is small, even if the progress is invisible, every day you act, you reinforce identity. Fourth, measure your progress weekly. The man who builds must inspect what he expects, review what was done, audit your obedience, reward consistency, correct weakness. This is how vision becomes measurable and greatness becomes sustainable. Emotion is the great distractor. It whispers, "Not today," suggests you're not ready, promises you deserve to rest. But emotion is not truth. Emotion is wind, and the man who allows wind to steer his ship will never reach shore. Abraham Lincoln did not become great because he felt strong. He became great because he moved forward in spite of feeling weak. You must replace the question, "Do I feel like it?" with, "Is this part of the law?" That is the only question that matters, because the law does not pause when you are tired. The law rewards only the man who returns to it, regardless of feeling. Structure is not restriction. Structure is spiritual alignment. It is the container that holds your power, the channel that directs your energy. Your daily routine is not just habit. It is a confession of what you serve. It is the physical evidence of what you say matters most. Henry Ford revolutionized manufacturing not through chaos, but through structure. Every man did one thing repeatedly with precision. The result was not complexity, but consistency. Compound behavior multiplied by time and discipline. Ford understood what most men never learn. Success is found not in what you do once, but in what you do again and again and again. There exists a law working in your life right now, the law of compounding behavior. Every act you take is a seed. Every repetition is a drop of water. Every hour spent in obedience to structure is another layer on the foundation of your future. But because most men cannot see what's growing, they stop. They quit before the harvest. One disciplined day feels like nothing. 2 feels like repetition. 10 feels like routine. But 100 disciplined days becomes fortune. 1 year of integrity becomes identity. 1 decade of structure becomes a name the world respects. Edwin Barnes understood this truth when he walked into Edison's office with nothing but burning desire. He did not get lucky. He got consistent. He swept floors. He waited. He repeated. He returned. He endured rejection and invisibility. But he did not skip. One day, when others had left, he was given the opportunity he had declared from the start. Failure is not permanent. It is not fatal. It is only final when you decide to stop. You can lose today and still win the war if you continue moving. Nothing is wasted for the man who refuses to quit. Every failure becomes fertilizer for the man who keeps showing up. Repetition is not just strategy. It is divine obedience. Look at the world with spiritual clarity, and you will see cycles, patterns, rhythms. The sun rises every morning. The seasons rotate in perfect precision. The universe moves in calculated obedience to a design that does not break. And that design is repetition. You are not repeating just to stay productive. You are repeating because it is the way of power. When you step into that same rhythm, you become aligned with divine law. You become more than flesh. You become a creator, a master of systems. The men who rise and stay risen are not the loudest or most emotional. They are the most rhythmic. Their life beats like a drum. Their thoughts rotate like the heavens. Their actions mirror the same law every single day. They do not skip because they understand that rhythm is magnetic. Rhythm is power. Rhythm is dominion. You are either a man who skips or a man who never skips. There is no middle ground. The consistent man does not have to remind others of his goals because his presence speaks everything. He does not advertise or convince. He shows up and the room adjusts. You must become so loyal to your structure, so disciplined in your repetition, that even your enemies trust you to always show up. The man who does not miss is rare, but that is why he rules. That is why his name endures. That is why his words weigh more. This man already lives inside you. He's not someone you create. He's someone you unleash through repetition. You do that not through hype or noise, but through daily obedience to the law you write for yourself. Stop skipping. Return to your structure with reverence. Repeat your aim with fire. Move in cycles, not chaos. When others sleep, you rise. When others forget, you return. When others chase novelty, You bow to the same truth again and again until it yields. The riches others chase will begin to chase you, not because of your charm, but because of your structure. What separates those who build empires from those who watch them is not luck or genius. It is that they do not miss. They show up before results. They act when others rest. They stay loyal to laws they wrote in silence. Make repetition your reputation. Let the world know you by one thing. You always show up. You always do the work. You always act in line with your structure. You do not miss. In time, they will not ask if you can succeed. They will only ask when. Your greatness is not built in bursts, but in daily fire. You are not one breakthrough away from destiny. You are 1,000 repeated actions away. You are 1 year of structure away. You are one decision made daily and never broken from becoming the man your past could never have predicted. This is not theory. This is law. The man who never skips has now arrived. Begin today. Begin now. Begin with the next action, the next repetition, the next return to the sacred structure that will carry you from who you are to who you were born to become.